So we're back. So I've got my gear laid out right here. We're going to go through some of it. So, like Bryce said, we live in Michigan, and during rifle season, you have to wear orange. So we always carry orange with us. Plus, I mean, we hang it on our tree stands and stuff because it doesn't do any harm. Deer are red and green colorblind, so they can't see orange that well. Right here, we've got Muddy harnesses.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Because we, like I said, we use tree stands a lot. Now I have a couple of different jackets and items that I use for my top layer just because I've been hunting for a lot longer, so I have a lot of this stuff that's been used that you can't really get it anymore because it's pretty old. So first things first is this Realtree. It's a full-length zip jacket, but it's a softer outer layer. I mean, I would probably say this is more like a mid-layer than anything. There's nothing special about the inside. It's just brown. I use this more October, early November when it's still kind of warm. But still cold. And if I need to, like let's say I don't bring my coat with me, like today I don't have my coat with me. But I've noticed I haven't really been using a coat as much lately. But I can throw a sweatshirt on underneath this and still stay warm. The other thing I've been using, like I just said, I haven't been using a coat as much. Habit came out with their like fur-lined material clothes, and honestly, it's been a game changer because I grew up wearing stuff that was uncomfortable as hell. Like, you know, I've got a lot of it over here. A lot of this is my old hunting stuff, and it's heavy, it's loud, it doesn't feel great to wear, but it's going to keep you warm, so you wear it anyway. This, on the other hand, it's not very heavy, it's not loud at all. Like, you can rub it against itself, it's not going to make any noise. And then, like I said earlier, it's got this fur-lined inside, and this is just a hoodie, but the one thing I really like about the Habit gear is when you buy Habit gear, it's already got a tree stand or a harness hole in the back for your harness to hook to the tree. So that's another thing. I don't have to worry about putting my harness on over top of my hunting gear. And I've noticed that a lot more of the stuff that they're coming out with has that kind of deal on it. This next item is a Tetri, I think that's how you say it. It's a quarter zip, like hoodie style overshirt. Once again, it's more like a mid-layer. It's not really an outer layer or an underlayer. It kind of falls in a weird category. It's got pockets on the chest, and it's got pockets on the side for your hands. This is, once again, it's something that, you know, I actually just picked this up last year. I don't even think I've worn it yet. But that, you know, that's what I use early October, late October into November. The other thing I've got is...
He will show his winter gear another time.
Yeah. The other thing I've got is an Allen bow case. I got this from Bryce.
He stole it from Bryce.
I didn't steal it. It's nothing fancy. I don't really care for the hard cases. But it's something if I have to take my bow in to get fixed or whatever, I have it.
But he will eventually get his own.
So moving on to some pants. I only have 2 pair of pants that I wear. These are Realtree. I got these ones last year as well. The ones that I was wearing before, I don't think I'll ever wear again after wearing these because these are just, they're super nice. Once again, they're the quiet material. They've got cargo pockets, they've got normal hand pockets, they've got back pockets, and they have belt loops, which is one thing. I don't know if any of you guys have hunted in previous years, but for whatever reason, a lot of the pants I have don't have belt loops. So, and I used to wear bibs, but I've recently gotten rid of those. Now we're moving on to base layers. So I've got 2 different base layers. With those pants, I will wear either these Takari long johns. They're super thin, but they keep you nice and comfortable and temperature controlled. Those are no big deal, like everyone has a pair of those. These next ones, though, these are Habit Long Johns. And the big thing about these is they're fleece lined. So these are going to be like my cold weather, super cold, middle of November, middle of December, long johns that I wear underneath my pants. They're not super heavy, but they're thick enough that they're going to keep you warm. Alright, now we're moving on to this shirt. So I have a couple different shirts that I wear underneath. This one's just a random Mossy Oak that Bryce and I both got last year because we couldn't find ours. Or, well, I couldn't find mine. Bryce had to buy his. But, once again, I mean, it's super light. It's got breathing air pockets in the armpits. It's nothing special, nothing crazy. And you can see, like, pretty low quality. It's starting to rip in the armpit. Oh, well. Now, I wear gloves and a face mask. Bryce doesn't. For me...
I wear gloves.
Oh, you got a pair of gloves now? Oh, you got 2 pair? For me, my hands sweat. I'm big, I'm fat, it happens. So I have just a light pair of gloves that I wear all the time because the last thing you want is your scent to be left on a tree because your hands were sweating. The other thing I wear is this. It's a neck gaiter, but it has a hood and a face area. I wore this more during the winter, not really so much during October hunting. And then I've got a thick pair of socks. I usually wear like Dickies brand socks because that's just what I have. Like I said, we've been blue collar for a long time. They work well, and I have pairs that I only wear for hunting. Now these boots, I just got these last year, so I used to wear nothing but muck boots. But these are Ithaca 600s. They're like a hiking style boot. I just got those last year. I think I only wore them once before the season was over because I got them so late in the year. Now moving on to bags. Bryce pulled all the stuff out of his bag and then just put it back in, but I have 2 separate ones that I use. So I use one of them, which would be that one, for like rifle season, because during rifle season you're not moving around as much. Like you're just, for the most part, sitting in one spot, so you want to have enough stuff to sit for a day hunt. That will allow me to carry it. This is a Trailhawk. It says it somewhere. Oh yeah, or Timberhawk, sorry. It's one of their big 72-liter bags. It's just something that I use pretty much during rifle season. That's about it. This, on the other hand, this is an Alps Outdoor. It's a fanny pack, but it's an over-the-shoulder bag. Now, I use this during bow season, because bow season, I'm not carrying too much. Like, I'm carrying my calls, my SD card reader, my knives, and my bowstring, and that's about it. Like, I don't carry too much during bow season, because I like to move around during bow season, and that's kind of where Bryce and I got into talking about it earlier over at the table. During bow season, what do you really need? Not a whole lot. During rifle season, on the other hand, that's a different ballgame. So, I've got, like I said, the fanny pack, which I wear mostly during bow season, small game hunting. That's what I use that for. This is more for rifle hunting, and the other side of it too is almost all of my gear will fit in my Timberhawk bag. Almost. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't fit in it just because it's bulky, and there's not really a need to have that kind of stuff in the bag. It's usually stuff for at the cabin. Now moving on to my bow. So I've got a Bear X Intense, like I was saying earlier. It shoots about 400 feet per second. Nothing crazy. It's pretty old. I mean, they came out with a new one 2 years ago, but this is the original edition of the Bear X crossbow.
Alright guys, Bryce here.
First and foremost, we're going to start off with this. I use a muddy harness because sitting in a tree stand 20 feet out the ground, you really don't want to fall out of that. Next, we're going to go with thin gloves. Like he said, we're fat, we sweat, it is what it is. These thin gloves are going to help keep our scent away while we're climbing up the stand or touching trees or whatever. I like to stay pretty warm during the winter. I hate being cold, but I also hate being hot. So I have really thick, warm socks. I've got probably 10 pairs of these. I also, during times like right now, super warm, it's still hitting 80 degrees, I still gotta wear socks. So I also wear thin socks that are gonna keep my feet pretty cool. I also got about 10 pairs of those. During winter, late season hunt, I don't like wearing thick gloves because it's hard to pull gloves off and try to shoot. So I have this fanny pack thing, like, you know, it goes around my waist, and I put a hand warmer or two in there, and I just slide my hands in and keep them warm while I'm sitting waiting. I like to wear, he doesn't know I wear them, but I do wear a ghillie mask. Nothing to keep my head or nothing warm. Just if I'm in a blind, you know, seeing me through the window, I like to wear these. I'm not a big fan of hats and stuff. My head and ears and crap don't really get cold. So I wear these and blinds just to, you know, hide my face. Orange. Hunting, you want to stay safe. Deer can't see it. Why not put it on? Help yourself. I would hate for someone to think my big self is a deer. We're going to move on to shirts.
With some of your winter gear.
Shirts. Logan already stated this is one of the ones we bought last year. I needed a shirt. That's what I got. I ended up getting another long sleeve one. I don't know, I think I just like the style of it better. That's why I got it. This one right here is pretty thick.
It's like a felt style.
Yeah, it's like a felt style, and this one here is like a
moisture wicking.
Sure. Real tree and mossy oak, I believe. Yes. They're both long sleeve. I did have a short sleeve. I have a short sleeve one that looks just like the shirt I just showed. No clue where it's at, just warmer season like right now. This here is my fall jacket, so come late October when it starts to cool down, early November, I'll be wearing this. Still pretty thick, but it keeps you like still thin to where you're not sweating your nuts off. I believe this has the harness slit, not 100% sure.
It does.
But I purposely bought them to have the harness slit. Yep, it does.
Because in Michigan, you can hunt from a tree stand with a rifle or a crossbow or a bow.
These are my pants. I actually got these from Logan. This is Habit brand. Has hand pockets, cargo pockets, back, all that good stuff. I didn't have pants. He was kind enough to give me these because he had multiple pairs and didn't wear these anymore. They keep you warm, but I also noticed they keep you cold or cool. It doesn't make you sweat, doesn't make you cold.
A lot of the Habit gear is ventilation oriented, so they have vent holes, but they still use that same scent lock technology that a lot of people really like.
And come winter, I do have long johns I wear, but clearly I forgot them because that's just a blanket. There's no long johns there. Maybe I'll show you later, but long johns are long johns. They're all over the world. So these are bibs. Like I said, I hate being cold. Worst case scenario, super cold, you know, biting day, I'll put these on. They're still brown, so it's not like, you know, it's still pretty hidden than just a
those are the ones we
dark,
use for Christmas.
yeah, than like a dark black color. Logan and his wife actually got me these for Christmas because I bought myself an original pair. Then I thought I lost them, but realistically, the storage room in my house was just eating them. They ate them. So I got two pair, one for work stuff and one for hunting. This here is my winter jacket, nice and thick, has, I don't know what material that is, but keeps you warm, still has the harness slit in it for me to be able to sit up in a tree with it. Has a bunch of different pockets I can go to, some are zip up, some aren't. real tree.
The one thing is Bryce, like we said, didn't have a lot of the stuff last year, and last year we actually sat in ground blinds all year. Well, Bryce sat in a ground blind all year because he didn't have a tree stand at the time.
Yes. This here is the bag I use. It carries what I need, or what I like to carry during bow season. Rifle season, I'll probably have something a little bigger, but we'll get to that point when we get there. Still got plenty of time. And then this here is just, it should be with the first aid kit. That's just a safety measure. You break your leg, you're going to want to splint it with 2 sticks or something, and a belt like this is going to help hold it all together. We are hunting in tree stands, so if I fall and break my leg, that'll just help get me out of the woods at least. My bow is not here. I guess I'll explain it to you. I use a Barnett 380. Shoots 385 feet per second. And I use... I use these arrows Logan showed you earlier with the blue and white felt. I just get them from Walmart. They're $4 arrows, but they shoot pretty nice. I buy these ones. The Wolverine crossbow 20-inch. And then I buy another one that has orange and green fletchings, I believe. This one's broken, but orange and green. They're the same exact arrow, same weight, same length, all that, same brand. Just different colors. I use the blue and white ones for when I'm actually out in the stand hunting, so I'm not ruining them while, shooting targets. And then the ones with the green fletchings I use to sight my bow in and stuff. So the fletchings break off, it's no problem, and I'm not using raggedy, wore-out arrows while trying to shoot a deer. I left too soon. These are the boots I use, or am gonna use. I just got these. I haven't even worn them. They're still brand new. Pretty sure the cotton it comes with inside is still in there. It's gonna suck trying to break these in during hunting season. I should probably break them in earlier. But they're waterproof. They also have breathing holes. They are Ozark Trails. Yeah, pretty sure I said that right. But I used to wear muck boots. Logan told me they were too loud and I had to do something different. I didn't believe him, but I figured these would probably be comfortable than boots that go up to my dang kneecaps. And they're still waterproof, so.
A big thing with muck boots, though, is muck boots are great if you're small game hunting, where you're traveling through water or through anything thick like that. But where we're at, there's no water near us. So it's...
Well, there is, but...
You have to walk a ways to get there.
And we both use this Scent Be Gone stuff. Logan didn't show his. He did not bring his today. But it has laundry detergent, dryer sheets, deodorant, the bar soap, your spray bottle. They also have little packets to refill the spray bottle. It comes with 2 separate packets. You can buy the packets on their own. Yeah.
The big thing with hunting gear, like Bryce's hunting gear and my own, is the reason why they're scent lock is because they use a charcoal base inside the gear itself. So, like, I think I have, this is my pants. Inside the lining of these, there's like a black charcoal material that keeps the scent inside. So it's not that it's, you can't smell it. It's just it keeps whatever scent you have on you locked inside, so you don't have to worry about it seeping out.
And personally, I set my clothing out the day or a couple days before hunting season starts. That way it gets the smell of the woods and trees and all that crap. And then I spray the scent lock on there to keep that wooded smell in my clothes.
Yeah, so a big thing with hunting clothes is you can wash them on a low setting with a tumble dry. Or what I do is I wash them on a low setting, cold water, and then I hang my hunting clothes to dry because...
Yes. Your shirts and stuff does not have the carbon. That's just the big coats and pants and stuff. So my shirts and socks and all that, I wash in the washer, dry in the dryer. But as he's saying, yes, your coats and stuff you're going to want to hang to dry because you don't want that charcoal getting activated and pushing your smell out of your clothing.
Yeah. So that's a big thing. We're going to show some clips of us setting up the the tree stands and getting everything around for earlier, we didn't have our gear here to film it all at once. So you're going to watch this and you're going to think it's backwards, but it is. You know, we're setting up our tree stands and stuff first, and then we come and we do a gear reveal and show our gear. Just
you won't see any blinds. You will see his tree stand. Mine we set up way earlier in the year before the GoPro. So you will see us setting up his. You won't see one of the blinds, but I guess we can show you one of them, and then you will see the other two blinds we end up setting them.
Yeah. So Bryce is getting a GoPro. We're both gonna get footage for this year, and we're trying to see where this goes. You know, like we said earlier, we've done videos in the past for high school. You know, we did the Ghetto Ghostbusters. We don't know what we're gonna call it yet, but it'll be something, you know, funny. We're not very serious about this. Like we're serious hunters, but stuff like
we're
this.
Cool guys. We're funny. We joke around a lot. We goof off. But when it comes to like when we're out sitting in the tree stands, don't expect us to be in the tree stands telling you jokes. That's not gonna happen. The second we come down, all jokes are happening.
Or we're in the cabin. You know, we've got a TV set up in here. We usually hook up the PlayStation, play
We
some
ain't got
games.
no Wi-Fi. Last year, Logan had us watching Hotel Transylvania for 3 days straight. 3 days straight.
Hey, it was 1 and 2.
We have no service either, so I couldn't even get on my phone and get away from Hotel Transylvania. It was just there.
Well, that's not true. We can download videos and stuff. We both have Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, Peacock, all that. Which, thankfully, on your phone, they have an ability to download videos or like movies and TV shows. So
That you can watch without internet for like airplane rides and stuff like that.
yeah, so
And just a heads up, anything we show in this video, we are not sponsored by. It's just good brands we like to use, or personally we think are good brands, or however that may work. If we do end up getting sponsored, we'll let you know.
anyway, all right, we'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you in a couple weeks.